South Korea is one of the largest weapons exporters in the world, and for some items, such as artillery, they are the largest, even though they are only the 29th largest country by population. With the world spending a lot on weapons from current and potential future wars, knowing where the weapons come from will be an important detail. This video will show why the demand for weapons is increasing, what the top countries are exporting, and why South Korea is so good at it. There has been an increase in demand for weapons around the world. Countries are spending a lot on their militaries and equipping them with new weapons. There is a large demand for tanks, artillery, fighter jets, and drones. The war in Ukraine, fear of abandonment by America, and the risk of China invading Taiwan are some of the main causes making countries change their defense spending habits. In the past, the largest weapons exporters were America, Russia, and Europe, but both Russia and Europe are now sending weapons to the war in Ukraine and focusing on their own national defense, decreasing their exports. Russia, who used to be the second largest weapons exporter, is prioritizing its own army in its war in Ukraine. Last year, Russian exports were down by nearly 50% from 2022, while Europe is rebuilding inventories because of donations to Ukraine and a new focus on national defense. Because of this increase in demand and reduction of supply from legacy top exporters, many countries are turning to South Korea. While the US is still the largest weapons exporter in the world, South Korea is second, as you can see from the first graph. Which is impressive, with the US having a population of 340 million people, and South Korea only having 52 million people. The weapons export numbers can be broken down into vehicles, aircraft, helicopters and warships, artillery, and surface-to-air missile systems. In some categories such as tanks, a subcategory of vehicles, and artillery, South Korea is the largest in the world, as you can see on the second graph. South Korea became a top exporter through several large deals in the last few years. In 2022, South Korea secured its largest deal, worth $22 billion for a range of weapon systems to Poland, including 180 K2 Black Panther tanks, 672 howitzers, 48 Fa-50 fighters, and 288 K239 rocket launchers. And in 2024, South Korea secured a $3.2 billion deal for Chonggong-2 surface-to-air missile systems to Saudi Arabia, and a $460 million deal for warships to Peru, and a $1 billion deal for self-propelled howitzers to Romania. Future deals could reinforce their top position, especially in shipbuilding where South Korean firms have a big advantage. They could win a $17 billion contract to build 12 KSS-3 submarines for Canada, and could win contracts from the US Navy because of their lack of shipbuilding capacity. The reason South Korea is so desirable to buy weapons from is because they can quickly produce NATO standard weapons at good prices. South Korea has 7 large companies that work closely with the government on the research and development of their weapons, ensuring a good speed, quality and cost profile of their weapons. The next large test for South Korea to keep its top position as a weapons exporter is their KF-21 fighter, which is expected to be completed in 2025. There is already interest for it in Eastern Europe, the Gulf and South Asia. Right now, the fighter is a 4.5 generation aircraft, but the ambition is that the next update will make it a full 5th generation stealth fighter, equipped with South Korean-made engines. It will test whether South Korea can compete with the most advanced American platforms, such as the F-35 fighter.